Hello, mis amores. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night? The middle of the night being probably like 6:30 a.m., which is not even the middle of the night to me, and felt like you're in a silly, goofy mood? Because I did the other day. And that's probably why I manifested finding this recipe. Because this one recipe really ignited a spark in me that I need to now release and make this video. It was a recipe in which ingredients were used that were so out of place for that something they were used for that made me wonder how many other recipes like this one are out there. And so began my quest. And this video is basically me recounting the tales, looking for the weirdest ingredients in desserts. Buckle up for this journey because it's gonna be a wild one. I mean, I haven't tried any of the recipes yet, but since I'm the one making the recipes, you know it's gonna be a wild one. Alright, so that was a very complicated way of saying that we're gonna make desserts that have ingredients that usually you wouldn't really have in desserts. And I think when I present to you the first recipe, you will know what I mean. Let's be crazy, silly, goofy, and weird. Edgy. Let's start with the first one, shall we? It's water. The first dessert and the recipe that ignited the spark within me is gonna be a lime pistachio cake. Even though I'm Italian and it's very typical in Italy, I think, to have pistachio in desserts, and not just in Italy, really in other parts of the world as well. I am personally not too familiar with pistachio in desserts or sweet stuff, even though I have grown accustomed to it, and I think I also like it. But for me, pistachios are so savory that it's still a little bit off to me. But that is not the ingredient that is weird here, okay? Can you tell what it is? It's spinach, baby spinach. So let's hop on that spinach. Let's make this lime pistachio cake
that also had spinach in it.
Here's what you're gonna need for just the cake, and then we're gonna make the frosting later. The juice of 1 lime or lemon, but I feel like we're in the green sphere here, so I'm gonna keep it green with you. Also, I'm gonna make half the recipe. 60 milliliters of normal milk. We're actually now gonna combine the lime juice and the milk and let it sit for about 5 minutes because apparently it will get creamier like this. I don't know, bro. That is working. It's absolutely disgusting. That's probably why I had to buy normal milk. I wish it was a normal milk. You will need 25 grams of pistachios, 1 eggy egg, 25 grams of the oil of your choice, 75 grams of plain flour, 25 grams of almond flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 25 grams of birch sugar, or any other refined sugar. This is literally just plain white sugar. The zest of 1 lime. And the star of the show, a handful of spinach. So again, the first step is the milk and the lime. It just looks like spoiled milk now. Trust the process. Now we can finally use the mixer or blender that I bought a couple of videos ago. We're gonna blend until smooth. The pistachios, the spinach, the oil, the egg. I hope it's been 5 minutes now. This looks questionable, but also add the milk lime juice mixture. Now we need a big bowl. Give me the big bowl. Give me a big bowl. And in that dry bowl, we're not gonna put scissor. We're gonna combine all the dry ingredients. Sugar, flour, other flour, lime zest, baking powder. Now we're gonna add the wet ingredients. Ooh, but we gotta be careful not to overwork it. This looks like it's gonna be a matcha cake without even using matcha. So now let's put it in a cake pan. Cake pan. Technically we bake this for 50 to 60 minutes or until a wooden stick comes out clean. I'm gonna probably up for like 30-ish minutes. 180 degrees Celsius. Ayo, ayo, bitch, but I have my money. My loaf is done. My cake. It's sad. We're gonna make it look pretty with our frosting that we're gonna make now, okay? You're gonna take about 1 tablespoon of cream cheese and about 1 tablespoon of cottage cheese, or as Germans, Magerquark. Mix, mix, mix. Then you're gonna add some sweetener of your choice and a little bit of lime juice. Now mix. Now let's try and make a bad bitch behave. Let's try and make her look pretty, okay? Just add the frosting. See, now it looks pretty already. I don't think I'm lying. Looks so cottagecore. Let's make it look even more cottagecore by adding some more chopped pistachios. Wow. I'm also gonna add like 2 limes. Guys! We started off really rough, but this is probably one of the prettiest things I've ever done. Look at this, it looks so cute! Cottagecore Vincent is screaming, crying, throwing up, as you could hear. The countertop is not really giving the right vibe. Like, imagine this was a field of grass, you know? Now I'm afraid I won't like this, because this is definitely one of the best things to ever exist in our time of being on this earth since humankind. And so now if it doesn't taste good, what's it all for? If you stand for nothing, then what'll you fall for? It smells slightly odd. There's a hole. How did that happen? I think it's nice. This is definitely for people who are not into overly sweet stuff like me, but I'm still not sure if this is for me. I like it. It's edible, but the cake itself is very tough. It's definitely interesting. I think I would definitely up all of the interesting flavors in there. I need more lime in this. It's definitely not limey enough for me. I don't really get much pistachio, even with the pistachio topping. And wait, no, actually that's it. I just also wanted to mention that I don't get the spinach at all. But honestly, I don't think you're supposed to taste the spinach, so I think we're good. Yeah, so that was interesting. Next recipe. Hello! I'm kind of filming this a little bit out of order. That's why you'll probably be able to hear the oven in the background. Just pretend you don't. Sometimes I just feel a little bit crazy and I come up with weird recipes myself. So this whole video, and particularly the next recipe, is not meant to be judgy or my words about this next recipe. We're just gonna make it very matter-of-factly and judge it as though it was not crazy. So this next dessert is gonna be, or snack really, snacky dessert maybe. You don't need a lot, only 3 ingredients. One of which, okay. Our 3 ingredients are white chocolate, pecans, which so far so good, potato chips. Literally why? Why are there potato chips? No judgment, we're just gonna make it. And we shall start making it by melting the white chocolate. We're also gonna chop the pecans and coarsely crush our potato chips. All right, I'm already gonna prepare a bowl with our chopped pecans. Now let's see, we're gonna have to coarsely crush the potato chips. By the way, they're supposed to be rigid potato chips. Don't want them too small. I think this is good. I hope my white chocolate is melted enough, but we're just gonna add it to the rest now. Now we mix, mix, mix. My ratio might be a little bit off. I feel like I don't have enough white chocolate. Now before the chocolate sets, we're gonna make little clusters. Now these go into the fridge until they're set. We're back to try our potato chip clusters. They look very interesting. They do kind of just look like some sort of muesli bar or cereal bar. So I'm not that much against it anymore by the looks of things. Here they are. Do you see what I mean? They don't look too bad, right? They kind of look tempting. I haven't even mentioned, but the chips are lightly salted. So that I think is gonna be the weird part. Before they melt, because it's very hot in here, we should probably give them a go. Let's see if we can get an ASMR moment. The answer is no. Damn, my videos are making me try the nastiest stuff and also like them. And this is very good. The sweetness of the chocolate, the salty and crunchiness of the chips, and then the pecans. Fuck, this is good. I have to put them away because I would eat all of them up right now, which wouldn't be bad either, but I still have a lot of other things to try. So guys, have you heard that? The experience of eating them was really nice. The taste was really good. It was really easy to make. Let's just recipe number 3. Hello! It's time for recipe number 3. I love the ones we've tried so far. I haven't tried a single one of them yet. This next one, kinda strange.
Happy birthday to you.
It might not be weird to some of you, but I think the combination and just the fact that it is a dessert is kind of strange to me. So we're gonna make a quinoa, fresh fig, and honey balsamic parfait. Just the fact that we have quinoa as a dessert is a little bit odd to me. I can still kind of get behind it. And then also using balsamic vinegar in a dessert. I mean, I know many people are into balsamic vinegar in strawberries, for example, but I don't know. This is just, I've never really tried it, so I want to try it. Here's what you need for your parfait. Half a cup of water, 1/4 of a cup of quinoa, rinsed, 1/8 of a cup of balsamic vinegar, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/16 of a teaspoon, a pinch of salt, 1/8 of a cup of honey, 4 fresh figs. You guys, I'm such a fig lover. I rarely ever have them because they're never as good as they were in Italy back when I was young, because we used to vacation in a place that had so many fig trees.
I want to sit under
My own vine and fig trees. Okay, Washington. That's my story. So I would always have them when we were on vacation, and they were so good. Anyway, we shall quarter them. They look so crazy, so alien-esque. And lastly, just half a cup of vanilla yogurt. Okay, we're gonna speed through the quinoa part. In a small saucepan, bring water to a boil. Add quinoa. Reduce the heat and let it simmer covered until the liquid is absorbed for about 12 to 15 minutes. Remove from the heat and fluff with a fork. Meanwhile, we're also gonna place the vinegar in a small saucepan and bring it to a boil and cook for 1 to 2 minutes or until the liquid is reduced by half. Our quinoa is cooked and ready to be used, and we're gonna use it by mixing the quinoa, the vanilla, I'm just gonna eyeball this, some cinnamon and salt. Mix, mix, mix. It's time to assemble already. Finally, we can try something soon. I'm gonna take a pretty glass because I'm a bougie. Yeah. Now it is time to layer. So you're gonna start off with the quinoa, then add some of the honey. Time for our crazy balsamic vinegar, which has become this like paste now. Now add some of the figs, some yogurt on top, and another layer just because we can. I'm sorry, but this is just such a strange combination of ingredients. I don't know why I got 4 figs for this, but at least I can eat them now. Just on their own. Ta-da! Ah, look at it! It does look like an ice cream. Yes, the mess in the background makes it look even better. Time to dive in, I would say. It's only been 18 hours since I started this video. Cheers, guys! Don't talk to me, I'm busy. I could literally eat this up in one go. This is really good. The figs get their moment. The acidity of the balsamic vinegar is also getting its moment, but not in a weird and strange way, just in like a little nice tangy, like oomphy way. It's also not too sweet. I didn't add all of the honey, maybe that's why. I think this is definitely something that you can make if you want to give your guests something, or yourself, something a little bit different that also doesn't take a lot of effort, because that was really easy and quick to make. Cheers. I've got more figs. So now I'm just gonna go sit under my own vine in the fig tree. Bye. Hallo und schönen guten Tag. We're ready for recipe number 4. I mean, I was ready like 2 hours ago. But apparently Germany just doesn't like this next special ingredient because it was so hard to find. So I had to order black beans, which is so sad. The only thing I could find were refried beans, but they also had like garlic in it, and this is just not what I was looking for. Long story short, we've got our black beans, so our next special ingredients are the black beans in our dessert. We're gonna make black bean brownies. I mean, I can kind of see it. I just never think of making brownies and then adding beans to it. But then again, I just feel like it's gonna be very like, you know, very chewy. I can totally see it. So let's just make it because I've been waiting. Here's what you need. 212 grams of black beans, 50 grams of semi-sweet chocolate chips, 2 small to medium-sized eggs, 25 grams of baking cocoa, 130 grams of brown sugar, 1.5 tablespoons of canola oil, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and a pinch of salt. This is the easiest thing you will ever make.
Just you wait, just you wait.
You take these ingredients, you put them in a blender, let's blend, mix it, that's it. I'm gonna use it twice in one day. Beans, oil, and 1/4 of the chocolate chips. Now just this we're gonna process until it is blended. Whatever. I'm just gonna add all of the other ingredients, everything except for the chocolate chips. I have this pan thingy and I'm just gonna pour the mixture in here. Now we have cocoa bean and black bean in there. This smells like a protein bar. Last step, sprinkle your chocolate chips all over the thing. Now we bake this for 20 to 25 minutes at 350 Fahrenheit, probably 170, 180 Celsius. I'm gonna do 10 to 15 minutes just because I did have the recipe as per usual. Alright, that took about 18 minutes, and I don't know about you guys, but I love a hot brownie, so I'm gonna try it right away. Wow. This is my pretty presentation. It's very flat, so let's just call it bar, maybe, and it smells really good. Yeah, that was smooth, I like that. I want this one right here. My black bean brownie. It can hold on its own. Tell me how common beans in baking are, because this is a first for me. Let's see if it'll be the last as well. It looks moist and juicy. I don't know if you can tell. It looks very promising. Cheers. Damn, I can definitely taste the 100 and something grams of sugar. Damn, I even added less sugar. The texture is great. Ooh, it's overpoweringly sweet. But the texture? It feels so light as well. I thought it was gonna be very rich and like
Heavy, you know?
I'm not sure I'm into the flavor. It doesn't taste chocolatey enough to me. Dare I even say it makes it taste a little oldish? I mean, it's still very good. Maybe with some ice cream. I just feel like the proportions aren't right. And maybe that way, if we up the chocolate, you will also get a little less of the beans. Because I think they do a lot for the texture. Taste-wise, I don't know. That said, most of the stuff was also really good. I just wonder and question the necessity of some of the ingredients in there. And I love the chips, to be honest. I love the chips clusters. Hit and miss, guys, hit and miss. Just like with anything in life. This video hopefully was a hit for you. Same as the next video, in which I will see you again. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Entonces nos vemos la próxima vez, next week. Bye.